we need to talk about Twitch, okay? I think it's time we talk about Twitch. Please can I talk about Twitch? I've been wanting to talk about Twitch all damn day, okay? And why creators should be preparing, I'm telling you right now, to be preparing for the worst. Because I can't shake the feeling that like we're all being set up for failure. I noticed a series of updates over the last 2 years that they seemed disconnected. And then when I put them down on my wall, it might actually be a long-term play to take even more subscriber revenue right out from under streamers. But before I can explain all of that, I have to instead start with your viewers and their experiences lately. You see, every single person who has ever been on Twitch has had this experience. It's late at night, you're feeling lonely because your friends aren't on Discord at the moment, so you don't have anything to do and you feel sad. So what you do is you decide to check out Twitch. Bugger, your favorite streamer isn't on. So you head to the category for a game you like. Maybe you want to check out the new Diablo 4 or listen to some just chatting. You click on the first streamer that catches your eye and it's an ad. You're really not feeling like waiting, so you click back to try another streamer, another ad. So you repeat, and you do this long enough that you realize you should have just sat through that first ad. But how can you be sure that you would have even liked the streamer that you'd clicked on at all? This is another part of the journey, constantly clicking around, and if you do sit through an ad and see the streamer, there is no guarantee you're gonna like their content at all. It could just be messy. But eventually you find someone and you're enjoying the content, and suddenly 3 to 5 minutes of ads in one full block. None of the ads you're experiencing are skippable. They're usually the same 3 to 4 ads because Twitch does their ad deals, they do them manually. It says it right here, they do them manually, which means there's absolutely no variety, making it even more frustrating because you're seeing the same ones over and over and over and over and over, all right? And of course they're being placed on live content, which means every second you are watching an ad, you're missing content that you can never see again, right? You can never see it again. Now I think for you to take this video seriously, you need to understand I am not a Twitch drama channel, okay? I just uploaded the video the other day talking about how great they are. It was over there, okay? I uploaded it and I was talking about how their Twitch alerts tools are amazing now and how their preview window is going to help ease the problem of browsing for new streamers that I just talked about. I point out when a platform does something great, and I point out when something bad is happening behind the scenes. If I didn't do this objectively, then my opinion, it wouldn't matter. You could disregard me as some drama channel or some absolute lunatic, but we're not gonna do that today because I'm objective. But with that in mind, why are you seeing more ads? Well, plain and simply, Twitch need to monetize, okay? They need revenue badly. Now I want to say Twitch are not struggling. They're not on death's door, which is evident from the viewership graphs. They're here, see? June year on year since 2020 has dropped in viewership because people aren't locked inside anymore. But if we zoom out, it's nowhere near pre-lockdown, so they're still doing okay. But their choices and actions make it clear that they still need to increase revenue. And there seems to be 2 ways mainly that they're planning on increasing revenue that are affecting streamers at least. I will cover those in a second, but first I will say, back in September of 2022, there was an announcement by Twitch that said, hey, we are letting everyone know that we are not going to be giving out custom subsplits anymore. Every streamer, big, small, doesn't matter, will get the 50-50 subsplit. No more custom contracts, and the people who do have custom contracts, well, those will be renegotiated in the future. This means if a tier 1 sub costs $5 USD, then every streamer gets $2.50 USD and Twitch takes the other $2.50. The interesting question we have to ask ourselves though, what is a fair subsplit? And do you believe Twitch is doing 50% of the work in order to take 50% of your earnings? Back on topic, this change doesn't affect most streamers, to be honest. 90% of them will never have a better subsplit, but it was a line in the sand that made a lot of small but growing creators realize that they were never going to get a special subsplit that they had hoped for. To me, this announcement was almost unnecessary, okay? I felt like all it did was make me feel like Twitch, if they could lower the subsplit further, then they would have. And I feel like you'll agree with me when you see how this video continues to unfold when I start working through my wall. But just after this announcement, the new CEO Dan Clancy at the time addressed concerns by streamers by telling them to use the new ad incentive tool to make up the revenue that they could have gained from a better subsplit. He even said they could earn more than if they had the subsplit. And this leads us to the second way that Twitch are increasing revenue, the ad incentive program. This was controversial to say the least, but in short, Twitch each month offer the streamer 3 different deals of differing tiers, usually asking for the streamer to play a specific ad density per hour. It could be 3 minutes per hour, it could be 6 minutes per hour, it could be up to 10 minutes per hour or more. Again, being completely upfront with you and objective, sometimes these deals early on were legitimately an amazing way for creators to earn revenue without taking money from their viewers' pocket. That's always been my personal goal, and it should be yours as well. The problem comes in 2 parts though. The first is that these deals are entirely up to Twitch, okay? And to their credit, they tried to be transparent with the reasons offers would change so drastically each month. But as streamers, we just have no control, man, all right? We got none. And some months it could be life-changing amounts of money. Others, it isn't even enough to buy a Happy Meal. And that's what I live off most days, which makes this unreliable revenue. And we don't like unreliable revenue, do we? The second problem is more worrying though, and that is the impact on the viewer's experience. Twitch sells ad space on the idea their viewers are more committed than YouTube viewers. They are more of a community focused on supporting their streamer. They're willing to sit through ads to support them. But are you really willing to sit through 3 minutes every 60 minutes? Are you maybe willing to sit through 6 minutes of ads every 60 minutes? Again, to be honest, it doesn't sound too bad, except that's 1 minute of ads every 10 minutes, okay? And they are not skippable. You have to sit there missing 10 to 20% of the content depending on what that streamer is choosing to do. Obviously, viewers weren't too happy about this. On paper, it didn't sound too bad, but on platform, in reality, it sucked. And don't try to tell me to install adblock. Twitch are trying everything they can to get around that, okay? And you know as well as I do, it is not as simple as installing uBlock anymore. They've updated themselves. When these concerns were expressed, what were creators told to do? Well, there were a lot of aggressive. Yeah, that's the only word I can use to describe this. Aggressive creators who said, stop complaining about ads, it's free content. If you like the content, then just watch the ads or subscribe to get ad-free or leave. Which isn't wrong, but man, talk about lacking empathy and also not so quietly revealing that you make a shitload of money or you don't watch Twitch. Up to you. Because anyone who actually watches Twitch knows that logic does not work. We cannot subscribe to every single creator, and we cannot subscribe before we even know if we like your content. Also, let's be real, sitting through all of those ads isn't fun. We're on Twitch to have fun. Yeah, guys? Are you having fun yet? Yes, it's free content, and yes, we should support those who create it if we can, but I'm already paying for Netflix, and I'm already paying for Disney Plus, all right? Or even YouTube exists, where ads are skippable and don't play over the top of the content, meaning I don't miss out on the content I'm trying to watch. So all this started a lot of anger. Streamers yelling at streamers, some on the side of taking the deals, others on the side of not taking the deals, and the scary part was nobody realized neither side was right. The system itself is flawed. Limiting revenue from subs in order to push creators to use ads is fundamentally a broken concept. Until you realize this might be all a part of their plan. You see, around 7 to 8 months ago, viewers started noticing a little button that said, watch ad free. Now, for me, this button used to say, get bits. But after the ad incentive was rolled out, I noticed it changed as well. Look, I don't know if it changed earlier than when I noticed it or when others noticed it. but we all noticed it after the ad incentive change. And when you clicked it, it would show you this. This image tweeted by Vienna VTuber on Twitter. This was promoting Twitch Turbo. This is a service that has been around for a long time, but it isn't being called Twitch Turbo here in this screenshot, and it barely promoted the other features in Twitch Turbo, focusing just on the ad-free viewing, all for just $8.99 a month. Now remember that number, it's important. If a single Twitch sub costs $5 USD and streamers keep pushing you to subscribe because you don't like ads, well, it only takes the fact that you like watching two streamers who constantly run ads before Twitch Turbo is a better alternative. It's cheaper and removes ads from every streamer. Why wouldn't you? Especially because streamers still earn ad revenue from viewers with Turbo, so you're still supporting your streamer. And I saw a lot of people saying they signed up for Twitch Turbo over the past 6 to 7 months. I didn't have hard data, and it could have been a loud minority, so I never really talked about it. But I always thought that was interesting. Don't you? Announcing a sub split that streamers didn't like, telling them to run an absurd amount of ads to make up the revenue they feel they're losing, and then offering an alternative to viewers, front and center, to remove all those absurd ads. A service that allows Twitch to pocket the other 50% of the sub revenue that they couldn't get from you before. It wouldn't be the first time a company has made a product or service worse so they could sell something more expensive. Look at Apple's right to repair, Or maybe their headphone jack. You know how it cost me $20 now to buy a headphone jack for my iPhone? That's real fun, thanks for that, Apple. And once all these viewers start subscribing to Twitch Turbo due to it being the cheap alternative, you have them cornered in the market now. You have the data to say people consider this a better alternative to subscribing to multiple accounts. The next step, like any good company, would be to raise the cost by 33% to even 66% across the board globally, which hilariously, Mr. Happy Triggers predicted would happen 7 months ago. And as he predicted, the vocal Turbo users are not exactly happy about the price increase when there is absolutely no new value being brought to the tool, other than the fact that the service and viewer experience is worse on the platform now. But these are just the vocal users who are upset. There are likely still a lot of subscribers who will just let this keep going, forgetting all about it, much like how we forget about Netflix and Disney Plus. And much like how we forget to unsubscribe from them when they quietly raise their price on us as well. I know you want me to say that there is a solution to all of this, but there isn't. We don't control the platforms we create on, and Twitch may well and truly continue down this path until it withers and dies, making us all sad. Or they may correct course and return to the community-focused live platform we all love.
Or they might announce brand new ways to stop you getting good sponsors and ads on your stream outside of what they can control while I'm editing this video, and threaten to charge $25 to cancel your affiliate contract. Great timing, guys.
This might not be a nefarious, long-winded plan, and actually just a series of weirdly disconnected updates that just happen to seem a bit sus. But Bernie Burns, one of the founders of what was once a media empire, Rooster Teeth, used to say, the only way to survive on the internet is to diversify where you're putting your content. One day, a site might shut down entirely. Another day, they might ban you for no reason. You don't control the platforms. You only control what you upload and where you upload it. If you want to diversify, then consider checking out this video around here, all about what you can steal from Ludwig. If you're looking at growing as a creator in the new era, then understanding how he did it will help every single one of you. Twitch, don't get mad at me. This was a bit of a joke, to be honest. I'll see you guys next week.